Alright guys, today Dokkan dropped the details for two brand new Peppy Gals units dropping in the game very soon. We're starting off with an AGL Videl, and she's going to lead Peppy Gals or Super AGL types with Ki +3, HP, attack and defense plus 120. She will start with Ki +2, 200% attack and defense, 30% damage reduction. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow orbs. Ki +3 and 70% attack and defense for allies whose name includes Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, or Great Saiyaman, which I think is an amazing set of support. Which also, by the way, Videls typically go on Defenders of Justice, which let me quickly check. Which she is on, so she will go on the LR Gohan, Trunks and Goten's lead. So you can actually run her with the brand new LR, two of them, and she will support Gohan units with big support as well. So that's going to work really well hand in hand. Also, when attacking, she'll gain, with 12 or more keys, she'll gain 200% attack and defense. When there is another Peppy Gals category ally attacking in the same turn, when there's an ally whose name includes Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, or Great Saiyaman attacking in the same turn, she'll have 50% damage reduction before attacking, 300% attack when attacking as well. So if you can put her in slot 1, I'll be quite curious if she can go in slot 1. She will have a total of her base damage reduction 80%, which is really nice indeed. Then for every turn passed, she will lose 10% damage reduction, no more than 30. So she'll pretty much lose this. She'll lose her base damage reduction. The only damage reduction she'll have is the 50% she has before attacking. And then we have a little bit at the bottom. And then we have this bit. For 3 turns from the character's entry, 200% defense, 50% chance to crit, and launches an additional attack. There's a 50% chance to become a super attack. And then to round out her passive, she will also, when the character is KO'd, starting from the 4th turn from the character's entry, revives with HP fully recovered. Also has a revive. Has to be from turn 4 though, which is still very fine, but also has a revival. So now, not only does that new team, the LR Gohan, Trunks and Goten lead, have amazing support anyway. Now the Gohan unit is supported, or essentially all of it, because it has Gohan in its name. Because of this Videl, that team now has a revival. Dokkan is slowly building that team to have fantastic utility, and I'm here for it. Then after her revival is activated, she'll have 200% attack and defense, damage reduction rate 30%, guaranteed crit, guaranteed additional super attack. So that 30% damage reduction that Videl loses in her basic effect, for every turn passed, she will then gain it straight back once you trigger her revival. So if you force it, which I think a very easy way to do it, because it doesn't even need to be her. No, it is when the character is KO'd. So this is like a Majin Buu type situation. She has to be the one to die. I think the easiest way to do this, especially if she doesn't have loads of defense at the start of turn, is pop her in slot 1. We know that 50% damage reduction by itself isn't going to get units very far nowadays, considering how hard enemies are going to hit. Get her absolutely obliterated, and there you go. Trigger the revival, get all this extra attack and defense, get her damage reduction back, essentially, and then guaranteed crit, guaranteed additional super. So not only does she have pretty stacked support for Gohan units, again, the new LR being the biggest one, she then earns a great amount of damage reduction once the revival happens, a good amount of stats, crit and additional anyway, but chances, and then once her revival kicks in, which also great utility for a team, revival, although it does have to be her to hit the revival, which can be a little bit finicky at some points. She then has extra stats, gets the damage reduction back that she loses, has guaranteed crit, guaranteed additional super. She's a really good unit. She's a great addition to the brand new Dokkan Vest LR's lead. Her link skills are Courage, Money, 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 Cold Judgment, Infighter, Champion Strength, Battlefield Diva, Shattering the Limit. She goes on Peppy Gals, World Tournament, Majin Buu Saga, Earthlings, Defenders of Justice, Run of Pregnant Child, Earthbred Fighters, Tournament Participants, Powerful Comeback. And also one thing I completely forgot, because he did also drop today, is she will also support that brand new Tech LR Gohan EZA as well. And he's looking juicy from what I've seen the last couple days on the timeline. On super attack, she's also massively raising defense for 3 turns. That is 100% for 3 turns, by the way. And then, of course, the further 100% she gets within the turn when the 3 turns are done. She's a very good unit. The only thing when it comes to Peppy Gals banners, typically people skip. So I don't know how many people are going to end up with that Videl, but she's very good and a great addition to the Dokkan Fest LR Gohan, Trunks, and Gohan's team. But the other unit we're getting is a Ranfan. My, how Dokkan is changed. She has the exact same leader skill as Videl, except she will lead super tech types. She starts with 200% attack and defense, chance to evade by 40%, all allies key +1 and 40% defense, plus an additional key +1 and 30% defense for characters who also belongs to Peppy Gals category. So in total for Peppy Gals, that is key +2 and 70% defense, which is very nice. Then attacking, she'll get 200% attack and defense, 50% attack and defense up to 200%, and a chance to evade enemies' attack and damage reduction rate 10% up to 40% per Peppy Gals category ally on the team. So if you're on a full Peppy Gals team, she will have not only that juicy support for all of them, but she will have a total of 80% chance to dodge on a full team. I say full team. It says per ally, which you only need 4. So not even a full team. So she'll have 80% chance to dodge. That key +2, 70% defense support for Peppy Gals units. Get her extra 200% on top of the 200 she already has. And then she'll have 40% damage reduction. Already this Ranfan is also looking very, very good. Then after receiving or evading an attack, all allies 20% attack. Peppy Gals category allies are excluded to this. And then Peppy Gals category allies 20% attack for 2 turns. And then attack support, the last for 2 turns, is also great. Fantastic. Then when only facing one enemy, attacks enemies attack and defense minus 30% for 2 turns. 70% chance to stun the attacked enemy for 2 turns. And then 70% chance of sealing the attacked enemy super attack for 2 turns. That's really good where you can use it. SBR, ESBR, etc. This is really nice because it lasts for 2 turns. And it's both seal, both stun. Of course, you have to be facing one enemy. But when you get the enemies down and there's one left, they're pretty much then going to get bullied. If it's one of those SBR, ESBR enemies where there's literally just one, they are literally not going to get a turn. This game that you've decided to play, no, you're not playing it. Your controller's unplugged. Both these Peppy Gals units look really, really good. Not to mention, that's a great support. Ton of dodge chance. Then when to target enemies in the following status, basically debuff attack, defense, sealed, or stun, which again, she will do here. 70% chance to do so. She'll have a guaranteed additional super. So where you can make the most of Ranfan, she is excellent. Her link skills are Battlefield Diva, Brainiacs, Coward, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, The Incredible Adventure, Infighter, Shank the Limit, Peppy Gals, World Tournament, DB Saga, Earthlings, Earthbred Fighters, Tournament Participants, and on Super Attack, she'll raise attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn, cause supreme damage to the enemy, and raise allies' attack and defense by 30% for 2 turns. Again, another set of 2-turn support. So combine that with, you know, the support she's giving Peppy Gals units for 1 turn, which is already 70% defense. Then you have, what, the 30% attack. Then you got attack and defense by 30% for 2 turns. And of course, depending on where you put her in the rotation, depends on how much the rest of the rotation will get. But still, that's a lot of support to give out for 2 turns, including the rotation that she's on itself, with all of this support as well, depending on what slot you put her in. Fantastic support with a lot of dodge, and also great utility just to be an annoyance to enemies in the game. I think both of these Peppy Gals units are very, very good. Videl's going to get more use out of her just because she does belong on the new Dokkan Fest LR Gohan, Trunks, and Gohan's lead, and supports Gohan units, especially with a brand new EZA as well for the LR TEQ SSJ2 Gohan. But both units are very, very good. The only thing I will say is I can't imagine too many people are going to be summoning because it is a kind of filler banner, but both units are very, very good. It's just Videl you'll get more universal use out of compared to Ranfan. Now, both these units do have animations. I'll be honest, I'm not overly bothered by these animations. However, I will still include them in the video. So I'm going to dip out right now, and I'm going to say, enjoy the rest of the video, enjoy the animations, but I'm going to dip out, and I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.
Here. Trust me and take this bean. It'll make you feel better.